It's me, Sailor Moon. And it's me, Sailor Mars. So clearing up front. It happens. And today we're going to talk about where did the hate of the Dic And Cloverway English offshoot of Sailor Moon come from? Oh, I know I made this film many times. And I know there's going to be someone out there thinking, oh, well, you got to make films that are in your niche. Well, we were, and the watch time didn't really come. So anyway, how did the hate of the English of Dic And Cloverway come into being? Now, there's always going to be beliefs over how that happened, but no one truly seems to know for true. Now, keep in mind the hate or that the Dic And Cloverway Sailor Moon gets is not hate in the way you think. Alright, it's hate, but I don't know where it came from though. So you got folks out there who don't like Dic And Cloverway's take on Sailor Moon. You know, they either they bitch or rant about, the word playing, the show playing, or I guess you say the word playing or the speaking playing, and say, oh, those isn't the way I thought the cells should talk like. Or they bitch and rant about names being shifted, or strikes being shifted, or stead names being shifted, Or they also, bitch about how, oh, I don't know. But those tend to be the how a lot of things are cut out, Now, the only way that I can come up with a belief of how it happened is that they watched the show back in the day, and I don't know if they hated it then. But I think after some of them got the interweb, some of them, it's a lot of folks, I don't know if a lot of folks had a reckoner at their house at the time. Some of these folks probably had to look it up, their reckoner that they had at Learn or at the book house or however. And then that's when they learned, about where the show came from, what shifts were made, what the names were before, what the strike and stead names were before, and all the other followings of the show the sagas of the show that either Dic or Cloverway did or did not do. And that's what led them into hating it, Yeah, you're... Sorry for clearing my throat, it happens. I don't know why. So anyway, yeah, right. Can I go on now? Yeah. Oh, you're right, Sailor Moon. At the end of the day, you can go on, Sailor Mars. At the end of the day, no one really seems to know for true where the hate came from. That's just my guess. But if you put in Sailor Moon English or Dic or Cloverway English, whatever, you're going to see a lot of folks ranting and bitching about it. Telling you that, oh, the show playing was bad, and the names being shifted, and stead names being shifted, and strike names being shifted was bad, and that it was a sin they made against the drawing film or the drawing show, and how, oh, you're not a true Sailor Moon follower if you happen to watch this one. Now, the show playing, or the speaking playing, or whatever you want to call it, the word playing, first off, I don't know why they make a big deal out of it. I don't know why that irks them, but somehow it does. I don't know, in their mind, how they thought the cells were going to speak like. But whatever ground, sake or why, the way that they heard them talk wasn't the way in their mind they thought the cells would talk. Like it wasn't up to their standards or something. I don't know. I guess they didn't like the whole Vinlander English, Settlelander English, I guess, which was the way of English that Sailor Moon was spoken in. Um, Another thing is they didn't like the names being shifted. Well, you gotta understand that a lot of folks watching Sailor Moon, a lot of English speaking folk, might not know Dawnlandish borrow names. I'm sorry, but a lot of them might not know all the Dawnlandish borrow names. So they had to pick names that English folk would know. Yeah, and a lot of those names happen to be borrowed. Yeah, happen to be Latin and French and Hellenish and Spanish and even, some Punjabi borrowed names that were borrowed from those speeches into English, don't belong to English. And I'm sorry if everyone out there, didn't know all the Dawnlandish borrowed names. 2, getting angry that it's in English once again. Why the fuck would you get angry about that? A lot of folks only speak one speech, whatever that is. Yeah, there are some folks who learn more than one speech, but a lot of folks aren't like that. So you getting angry that it's in English. Well, you speak English, so why would you get angry over it? I don't understand that. Then the whole thing about stripes being shifted or stead names being shifted, get over it. I don't know why you're angry over that at all. And then, well, things being skimmed out and cleaned. And some of you folks behave as if Sailor Moon was the only drawing film or the only drawing show to ever have this done to it. Yeah, you want to go back, Sailor Moon? Yeah, you're right, Sailor Mars. At the end of the day, some of these folks, to make a big deal out of nothing. These things that they bitch about or they don't like about, I don't know why they make a big deal out of it. I mean, it wasn't the first time that a drawing film or a drawing show from Dawnland had been shifted around, for English speaking folk, and they make a big deal out of it. And I could name many of them that were skimmed and cleaned before my show, and even some after. But getting angry over the things that we only talked about is dumb. Only dumb. Now I don't know why you folks, and I don't know where the hate of the Dic or Cloverway came into being. And then also getting angry over how the unstraight were handled. Well, to my understanding, the unstraight were handled in the way that Dic and Cloverway thought they should be handled. Why Zoisite had to be a woman. That's why Dic had to make Zoisite a woman. Why Sarah Uranus and Sailor Neptune had to be near kin. I talked about that many times in my old films. Making a big deal about that is not a big deal either. So anyway, if you like this film, follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the other film we made yesterday over here. I, Sailor Moon, I, Sailor Mars, will see you later. Bye.